Nah, to the title, no, I don't think all lives matters.
Why not?
Cause I think it's one people that's treated worse than everybody else.
That is true, and we know this, but does that does that negate that all those people are not with the shits? Can we agree to that?
I mean, it's a couple fall through the crack. Like I'm thankful for the first white man that said these people need to know how to read. I'm thankful for that. 110 years ago, we'd get killed if a book was even found in the same room with you. So, I ain't gonna say nothing about it. Some of them, but they still have their judgment though. It don't matter how good they do us.
Understood. Well, to the
Yo, what up?
title,
What up? What up, y'all?
peace, God.
Chilling, chilling. What's happening?
So to the title of the room, I believe all lives matter.
Okay,
All,
okay,
all, all human life.
okay. I agree with that. All lives matter. But if all lives matter, then why do we get treated the way we get treated if all lives matter?
You don't. So wouldn't that have something to do with how we organize ourselves and how we how unified we are?
We don't have unity in our community. We don't have that.
So let's back up, right? So the question was, well, why do we get treated a certain way?
Right. Why do we get treated like that
And you just
if all
confirmed
lives really matter?
you just confirmed for me, right,
Mhm.
that regardless of whether or not all lives matter, there's going to be there's going to be a spectrum of value, right? When your auntie needs a heart transplant, the heart surgeon is probably high up on the list of importance, right? So what I'm saying is that to whoever is in control of the machine, we are not as utilitous to them as we believe we should be, and we can't protect ourselves, right? And another reason because of failure to me failure to understand that we're locked in a struggle for resources with people who are uh, not playing by any rules. There's no referee in this struggle, and we don't really have the luxury to not work together or to be unified. But because we don't exist in a state in the complete utter jungle state, we don't really get it, right? So in Palestine, they get it because of what they're going through. But we, because we're not, we're in a peacetime situation, we we believe that we have the luxury to not work together. So the things that are happening to us as at this point, we are complicit. We are a part of the problem because haven't we don't we don't we're we don't quite understand the gravity of the situation. So we think we have time, right? It's like one of those old tales where they say, the little bird was everybody, all the other birds was flying south. The one little bird, he was just chilling. He didn't realize how important it was to keep with the patterns. So for me, bro, the answer is simple. Yeah, we all lives do matter, but there's going to be a spectrum of value.
I mean, maybe you're right. I just my thing is that when people say all lives matter, I'm talking about the discrepancy in treatment that black people get when it comes to uh, the way things go. And I think that a lot of times um, with our people, I think that we're not dedicated enough to us. I think that the most important thing to black people is not upsetting their so-called white friends. That's why a part of the way things are in our community, because like it's one thing to be like, okay, all lives matter or whatever, but we don't stand on what is in the best interest of black people because we don't want to seem uh, less than all inclusive. So we have an issue with saying, hey, I can't do this because it's not beneficial for my people and my people only, because we don't want to offend white people. So this is why when we have to say dumb shit like all lives matter. Instead of standing with our people, we have to be inclusive. Everybody says that their people matter to them and them only. Everybody except us. We have to be all inclusive. So that's the
So I agree with you, bro. But I think that what we're missing is that we're locked in a struggle without a referee, and when the other side determines that a leader, right, who could organize and galvanize the people, when that particular leader steps into the arena, they decide to kill him or discredit him. That's the way the game goes, right? This is the game, and in this lawless universe, in this jungle, in this wilderness, and that we are not playing according to the same rules, and that's why um, that's why we seem to have these issues. We're not playing by the same rule book, and we're playing in a game that we're playing in a game where we have a slight chance of winning. We don't realize, our leaders don't realize or haven't, that we have to change the game, and then we have to also, if we're going to play in this game, we're going to change the rules that we play by. But it would be much easier just to change the game.
but we're not gonna make a change at all. We don't have what it takes to make a change. You need a military, you need bullets, you need because voting doesn't help. You need guns and bullets. We don't have any backing whatsoever. So realistically, this is what black people have to realize and accept. We don't have freedom. We have liberty. Liberty goes like this. You can enjoy life as long as you stay in that box of liberty that's provided for you. So you can be a rapper, you can play football, you can be successful, you can probably even be a millionaire. Long as you stay in that box that white people created for you, don't get out of that box. Don't get on no shit where you want to do something that's going to benefit black people and awaken them on a worldwide level where we really have unity. The only unity that you're allowed to have is the unity that white people provide for you. So white people have the unity. The unity is, if I'm white and I have beef with another white guy, I have to stop beefing with him to stop black people from uniting on something that is beneficial for them where they can take over. So we have to accept liberty. And liberty is a cool thing. Liberty's cool, but this ideology that we're going to one day take over and be in our proper place because we built the pyramids and we were the first people on earth and all this shit really belongs to us and the white man took it. All that shit is true, but that ideology that we're going to one day take over, that shit is a fantasy. We're never going to take over anything. So we have to operate within liberty. We have to get a good education, get a good job, work within this white man's system, because that's really what we're doing anyway. We're doing it already with all of the talk that Farrakhan and Dr. Umar and all the woke niggas and everybody else go out through history. Anytime you were able to spark something, that person was assassinated, disgraced, killed, or they put the propaganda in where they try to discredit the leader. Um, I'll give you two prime
We
examples.
know him.
One, Martin Luther King,
We
right?
already know him.
Martin Luther King had a very good inclusive message, right? But they wanted to focus on his marital infidelity, like him getting some pussy was bigger than the movement. I don't give a damn if he was cheating on Coretta Scott King. I mean, morally it may be wrong, but that's not bigger than the movement. So what Elijah Muhammad had some women that he fucked with within the organization of the Nation of Islam. That's not more important than the message or the movement. Powerful men get pussy.
Hey,
That's
can I ask
not
you a question?
more
Let
more
them finish, y'all.
more
We don't do that in here. Ain't no wrong
important
or
than the
right.
movement. But this is what they try to do. And we just have to be realistic. And I'm about to land. We have to be realistic in where we are, what we can do, and what's really available to us, which is not having power where we're going to be on top. We have to learn to accept certain things. I'm going to land right there.
I just have a real quick question for you. Are you familiar with the Willie Lynch letter, the concept?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do understand that the intent of the Willie Lynch letter is to have people with opinions like you have. That was the entire. That was the purpose of it. Was to demonstrate how powerless the rebellious Negro was by killing him, and showing the rest of the people how easily he could be touched, right? So that the people who would have been his followers would say, you know what, this shit is a wrap. It's never gonna happen. We might as well just fall in line. That is the intent. That was the purpose of the whole process, was to eventually have people who had given up hope and who would just, you know, participate in the system without trying to win. That's how the system works. I think it would be wise to kind of take a step back from and just kind of review that letter, whether or not it was real or not, right? Because some say that it was fabricated, but the actual situation, the actual things that occurred actually occurred, whether it was fictional or non-fictional. So I think that if you step back for a second, right, and realize what you just said and the intent of that breaking slave process, I think that you will realize because you rely on your spirit when everything else says give up, right? That's your will. You got to realize that the only way we lose is when people have when their will is broken, right? When they give up hope. So I think that if you take a second to understand what you said in context of the Willie Lynch letter and understanding that a person's will is what determines whether he's defeated or not, you will see that, man, you have the sovereignty to not have a broken will, and that in these you need a pep.
Oh, you're in the matrix, good brother. You're in the matrix. Couldn't hear you. The last part. I couldn't hear.
So let me take this chance to welcome everybody to the space. A break from toxicity. This is No Friends Room. I'm gonna give a quick recap if I can. We just talking about the title. Do all lives matter? We do go on popcorn style, so anybody can chime in as long as you don't cut nobody off and let everybody get a chance to land their plane. And if y'all get a chance, please turn those peak tickets in to join the house. We good people around here.
All right, for sure.
All lives
So
matter.
then,
All lives
Doing it
do.
right now,
so
brother.
so I'm gonna say welcome. I mean, appreciate y'all having this room up. So I'm gonna come from the context of I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I know I don't want to make this a religious room, but that's what my premise is. So all lives do matter, right? That's not to minimize when anyone was saying Black Lives Matter, because we understand how we've been disproportionately abused and marginalized in pretty much everywhere in the world. However, that does not negate the fact that all lives matter in a very general sense. I think if we say anything other than that, then we're minimizing our own struggle in a sense. I keep it brief and land right there.
So all lives matter because other people's lives affect you. Other races are doing things that affect you. So if you got white farmers, Asian farmers, whatever, anybody that's in other industries that's not your particular race, but they're contributing to things that you do in your life, then it matters. Like why would you want why wouldn't their life matter if what they're doing benefits you?
I get what you're saying. I was just basically really saying that even though that is a true statement, it's just, the playing field isn't even all the time. Most of the time, it's not even when it comes to our people. And that's why I say, you know, I've straddled the fence a bit. All lives do matter, but at the same time, it seems like we don't matter in a lot of instances of importance, you know, and that's I basically I don't want to sound like I've given up hope, but I'm just a realist on how things are and how things have been for quite some time. Like our people are inspired by the rhetoric. We love hearing history and how great we are and things like that. And I'm one of those people that been on YouTube watching all the Umar videos, and he makes very good points. But truthfully, I think it's time to hang it up and for him to get a job at one of these universities. Because I don't see us doing what his vision. I don't see us attaining the vision that he has. I don't see it. I'm a trash collector in real life, right? That's my day job. Um, and I said this other day at work. I said, this is a slavery type job because the white guys are not out here picking up the trash. They're making all the money. And I pointed out the fact that I have 2 college degrees and I have some certifications, but yet I'm right here picking up the trash with you. So it seems as if the opportunity for the big money is being denied to all of us that are black. Because, like, I've noticed how white guys operate at work. It's like, okay, listen, you don't have to do this. You could go this direction and this and that. And the black guys that are in that position, they don't share the knowledge. They don't share that. And it's like sometimes we're at our own detriment because we don't look out for each other. I've noticed that white people do things for white people that black people won't do for other black people. I said this to somebody the other day and they were offended. They said, "Yo, what do you want? What do you want out of this job? Because you're always complaining." I want white man treatment, and their answer to me was, "Well, you're not white." I'm like, wow. So it's like, man, I think that we can't win because we're losing, and it's like I look at it as if the most important thing to black people is not offending their white friends. We can't even get on board with what is beneficial for us and us only because we got to include everybody. Well,
Mm.
that's racist. How is that racist? We haven't got anything done specifically for us and us only. And then you hear this from black people that are conservative and non-conservative. Well, it's not going to go like that. But it went like that with the other 48 damn presidents. Everything that's been done politically has been done for white people only. They give us a little bit, but it benefits them because it always puts them over top of us. As long as we're subservient and it's beneficial to white people, we can have some of it. Why can't we have all of it just for the next?